My dear brothers and sisters, the next point that is affecting and leading us to spiritual dryness is difficulties in your relationship with others. There are so many people, they want to grow spiritually, they start their spiritual journey, prayer life, but sooner or later, they are affected by the difficulties of their relationship with the other people. I have seen many people experience, they are very good in spiritual life, prayer life, but they experience dryness in their spiritual life because they are not able to accept their life partner. They are not able to forgive their life partner. They are not able to accept the situations that is happening in their family with their children. They are losing control of the emotions, losing control in front of their children, and because of their behavior defects. And all these things are leading them to spiritual dryness. They are not able to balance the spirituality, spiritual life and prayer life and their relationship with their family members. The moment they get angry with their life partner, it affects their spiritual life and prayer life. They don't feel like praying. They get upset with God. They are frustrated. They feel God is not helping them in these difficult situations. And they react even to God. And they feel they are isolated. So this is one of the reasons, one very important reasons why many people get into the spiritual dryness experience. My dear brothers and sisters, remember the life of Jesus. Father sent him to this world. He came with a mission. But all throughout his mission, he was alone. He went through tragedies. He went through rejections from his own disciples. He had to leave his mother and father. He had nowhere to lay his head. He was surrounded by enemies, all around him, enemies waiting to devour him. But he never abandoned his father. In the difficult moments, he depended on Father. Okay, take the disciples of Jesus, Saint Paul. If you read the Acts of the Apostles, you will be so shocked to see he never had a peaceful life after he followed Jesus. Until then, he had an enjoyable life. He was a very influential person among the Pharisees and Jewish people. But once he started following Jesus, he never rested. He never enjoyed what is peace. He was always afflicted, wounded, rejected, abandoned, broken, crushed and flogged and insulted, humiliated, imprisoned, one after the another. I don't know whether he ever asked Jesus, Jesus, where are you? I don't know whether he ever asked Jesus, why have you abandoned me? But he went through his life alone, but he balanced the spiritual life and his personal life. Lord also teaches how to balance our spiritual life and personal life. In our personal life, we will have problems in our relationships, but it should never affect our spiritual life. God wants us to balance it. That is when we become strong. That is when we become, because one side we are crushed, another side we are supported. Because when you have one side crushed, the only side there you got to support is your prayer life. The devil doesn't want you to focus on prayer life when you are already crushed in another side, because in the prayer life you will get consolation. Saint Teresa of Lisieux, she was going through terrible sickness in her body, terrible rejections from her community, but she depended on prayer. Therefore, always she was smiling. Always she was happy, even though she was surrounded by problems after problems. Saint Alphonsa, she was bedridden all throughout her life. She was tortured by our community members, but still she surrendered in the prayer life and connected to Jesus. Therefore, she was always smiling, always consoling others, forgiving others, loving others. They all balanced their spiritual life in the moments of struggle. Why not we? We all have our own problems in our relationship with others. We will be tortured, we will be insulted, humiliated, broken and crushed and wounded, abused and hurt physically, emotionally, spiritually. But at the same time, our relationship with Jesus should never be affected. We should increase our prayer relationship with Jesus, because that is where we get the strength so that we can look at others and smile. Praise the Lord.